Hi, I'm Emily from Woven Psyche. Thanks so much for joining this class on Instagram for tarot readers. If you've signed up for this class, you're likely a tarot reader, just like me, and you're either already taking payment for tarot readings or planning to start getting paid for your tarot readings soon. And you're using Instagram as a platform to find paid clients for your paid tarot readings, and possibly also to build your business in other ways as well. Maybe you're hoping that tarot will be a lucrative source of side income to help you reach certain financial goals faster. Or maybe you're hoping to leave behind a stressful job and to use tarot income as your cushion for that. And you find yourself attracted to Instagram because it's visual, it's a growing platform, and it's a cost-effective method for advertising your business. But chances are, if you're here, you're finding that frustrating. You've probably noticed that Instagram is full of tarot accounts, and that growing your followers and turning followers into clients doesn't just magically happen. But here's the thing. There are very specific tricks and methods to growing your following on Instagram and to having a loyal following that wants to purchase products from you. If you know them, you'll do well on Instagram. If you don't, you won't. I've done the research, I've implemented the methods myself, and I've made it work on my Instagram account. And I see a lot of other tarot readers suffering on Instagram, not because they're bad at tarot, but because they haven't figured out the rules and the tricks of Instagram. And I've done the work to take the research that I've done and the tricks I've learned and to make this class that applies all of that good marketing and Instagram information specifically in the context of tarot. Now, full disclosure, a successful Instagram account takes work. You're going to have to put in real time and real energy every day to make Instagram work for your business. And so the lessons you learn in this class are only part of the picture. It also helps to have passion and a clear vision of how you're hoping to impact the world with your business, because this is going to fuel your Instagram account. People can feel that passion. But if you have all that, if you have a real passionate vision, and you put in the work and the time, and you apply the lessons you learn in this class, you'll see growth and greater success on Instagram. A little bit more about me and about Woven Psyche. After many years of reading tarot professionally using a variety of different methods and business models, I founded my tarot and self-care business, Woven Psyche, at the beginning of 2018. One of my goals was to really root my business in my local community in Washington, D.C., and my model relied a lot on working through local organizations to locate tarot clients and students. When the COVID-19 pandemic hit in 2020 and everyone began working from home and socially distancing, I realized I needed to pivot to virtual and to do it fast. And a central part of my strategy was to increase my online footprint on Instagram, both by growing my following and by strengthening my brand on that platform. In a few months, I grew my tarot account from under 700 followers to over 1,600 followers and still growing as I record this. And while my following isn't massive, like some accounts on Instagram, my following is loyal, engaged, and manageable, with a higher follower to client conversion rate. Plus, I have a clear, distinct brand identity online and am increasingly being viewed by my followers and others who find me online as a true influencer in the tarot space. In this class, I'm going to teach you everything I did not only to grow my following, but to grow a loyal following that stays engaged and purchases tarot services. This class is broken down into 4 units. The first is this intro unit, which you're viewing right now. After that, there are 3 substantive units, each of which contains 1 video and 1 workbook. Watch the video first, then complete the workbook exercises. The first substantive unit covers branding. Branding is the overall look, feel, message, and values of your tarot business, and consequently, of your Instagram account. You cannot start building content and attracting followers and potential clients until you lock down your brand. In that unit, you'll also start visualizing your ideal customer. The second substantive unit covers content. It will first talk about content mistakes to avoid, and then talk about the various types of content that you can post on Instagram and what makes Instagram content successful. We'll then finish with a discussion of how you can come up with a consistent, steady stream of content in a way that feels easy and natural. And the workbook exercises will focus on helping you start brainstorming tons of new content so you can show up consistently for your followers without feeling overworked or daunted. Finally, In the last unit, we'll talk about discovery and engagement, which is to say how you actually draw people to your account in order to learn about your brand and view your content. This unit comes last because you need to already have great branded content ready for people to see before you start employing strategies to help them find you. Once you complete the final unit, you have an opportunity to get some additional one-on-one help from me for no additional cost. You can either reach out to me with up to 3 questions by email, or we can schedule a 15-minute consultation via Zoom. I recommend completing all the workbook exercises and beginning to implement what you've learned for at least a few weeks before we talk, so that I can review what you've done and make additional recommendations when we touch base. There are some things that this class doesn't cover. First, this class is specifically about marketing your tarot business on Instagram. While some of the principles in this class apply to marketing generally, regardless of platform, and many of the recommendations are true of Instagram marketing for any kind of account and not just tarot accounts, this class is not designed to help you with other marketing platforms or other kinds of businesses. Likewise, this class won't get into things outside of Instagram marketing like pricing, business models, structuring your offers, or other marketing and sales techniques. I do offer business consulting on these topics, so if you're interested in getting support in these areas, feel free to reach out. I also cannot give you tax, financial, or legal advice regarding your tarot business. This class assumes that you're comfortable using a smartphone and all standard smartphone features, as well as computer proficient and internet proficient, and that you're familiar with the actual technical features of the Instagram app. I won't be spending time explaining technical things like how to post or edit content on Instagram or its various settings. I'm also not going to spend time talking about how to create post images using external apps or software or other programs designed to help with Instagram, such as scheduling apps. There are too many options out there to cover, and what works best for you is also going to be heavily dependent upon the specific branding and content choices that you make pursuant to this class. So in short, this class focuses on substance and strategy, but not on technical mechanics. Before moving on to our first substantive unit on branding, I want to go over some general principles to keep in mind. The first is the importance of showing up consistently online. You may have heard this phrase or something similar before. What does that mean exactly? First, it is true that posting regularly on Instagram boosts your performance within the Instagram algorithm and makes it more likely that Instagram will show your account and your content to more people. It also means that your followers, and this is more important, that your followers and therefore your prospective clients will come to realize what they can expect from you. Suddenly dropping out of the picture for a while and then coming back is not a strong practice. You want to show the people following you that you value the relationship you have with them and that you're not going to abandon them and that they're important to you. This doesn't mean that you have to post multiple times a day or even every day or that you have to be on Instagram all the time. It means to post regularly and with a consistent schedule. I personally try to post at least once a day, usually in the morning, and to always have a few interesting stories running, and then if I do more on top of that, that's a bonus. You may find that amount daunting, and you may find that coming up with enough content to be able to post regularly like that is a challenge. This is something we're going to specifically cover in the content unit, and I'm going to get you to a point where that's not scary anymore. Another general principle is that the goal isn't just to grow a massive following. This class isn't about becoming an influencer. Growing your following is a means to an end, which is to say establishing yourself as an authority within the tarot and possibly also the spirituality and wellness space, and to grow a large enough following to be confident that when you put out an offer or advertise your services, there are enough people seeing that information to ensure a steady stream of clients who will actually purchase those services. You do not need 100,000 followers to do that. Depending on your business model, you might only need 1,000 followers. And that may be more than enough if you're taking the time to also develop relationships and trust with those followers. So this class assumes that you're looking to strike a balance between increasing your following and also developing meaningful individual relationships with your followers, which becomes harder to do if your account gets too big. Finally, before we jump into the substantive units, I want to talk a little bit about the value of using Instagram Insights, which is basically your account metrics. Make sure your Instagram account is a business account before getting started. If you don't have a business account already, it's easy to switch by accessing your Instagram account settings.